What's up, everyone? Two mostly bald guys here. I got my '07 Escape, and it's got the 4-cylinder in it, and we're going to show you how to change the AC compressor. Let's go ahead and get started. So we have the 2.3 liter, I believe. It's the 4-cylinder. I don't really drive this thing very much. I like my 96 F-150 I've got, but I parked it because we were getting a nasty noise coming from the motor, and I freaked out about it, and I'd lost my stethoscope, so I couldn't really hear where the noise was coming from. And here in a second I'll start it up so you can hear it, but it was a pretty bad noise, and I just didn't really care because I got my truck. So I decided to go ahead and fix that and get it ready for winter time, because this is 4-wheel drive and the F-150 is not, or all-wheel drive, correction, sorry. I got the stethoscope out and figured out that it was just the AC compressor went to crap and was making a whole bunch of noise, and the clutch had locked up on it, and so yeah, I got a new AC compressor. We're gonna put that in. The first thing you need to do is take it somewhere, unless you've got the equipment to be able to do it. Take it and have it evacuated, have all your Freon evacuated somewhere. I think it's a little bit under $200 pretty much everywhere you go to have it evacuated and then refilled. When I say a little bit under 200, you can probably find it a lot cheaper elsewhere. Just kind of going up to about $200 is what it costs. Once you get the system evacuated, get all the Freon and the oil out, then you're good to go, and you can start unbolting it and pull it down. The AC compressor is down on the bottom front of the motor on the right hand side if you're sitting in the driver's seat, right hand side. So we'll go ahead and I'll start this thing up so you can hear the noise. Okay, so there's your AC compressor. As you can see, I'm on the front right side if you're sitting in the driver's seat. If you're looking at the vehicle, it's on the left. There's the AC compressor, Serpentine Belt. Your tensioner is back here. First thing you want to do is put a ratchet on that, crank it so that your belt comes loose. And underneath your hood, there should be a chart that tells you how your belt goes. If not, you can look at this video here, and that should show you. Or take a picture of it, and then you'll be able to refer to it too before you take it off. After you get your belt off, there's 4 bolts that are not fun nor easy to get to. 2 of them are not bad. They're right here. But there's an additional 2 that are kind of counter set on the top side that you got to reach up and get to. They are a 13 millimeter, and I believe that is a 14. Let me double check here. Got the it is a 15. So put that on there. There we go. I'm going to put it down while I take the belt off, but crank that tensioner in like that, and you'll be able to pull the belt off everywhere. It's kind of hard to reach in here, so basically what I did was I left the belt up on that pulley and all up and around there, and I just kind of weaseled it up out of my way so that AC compressor's free. That way when I get the new one in, all I got to do is reroute the bottom side of this around it, and I'm good to go. Then you don't have to fight with your belt later on. That's just what I do. If you want to take it all the way out, by all means do it. If your belt's cracked, might as well replace it while you're in here. Mine's pretty good. It was replaced, probably, I don't know, 5,000 miles ago or so, so it's good to go. But, let's go ahead and yank this thing out. I'm going to get these 4 bolts out of here, and hopefully I'll be able to do it without disconnecting those lines, because I think it'll be easier to disconnect those lines with it out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and yank that out of here and get back to you. Okay, so I took the bottom 2 bolts out before I did, but I went ahead and removed the line that bolts in on the front of the AC compressor. And then I realized after I did that, it would have made it a lot easier if I did that line first, then remove those 2 bolts. So go ahead and take that front line off, which I strung it down and just kind of rested it up against the bottom of the oil pan here for now. But take that line off first. Once you get that line undone, it makes those 2 bolts easier to get to. And I undid it so that I have more room to reach up to the top 2 bolts that you can't see from down here. So I'm going to go ahead and get those top 2 bolts out, pull this AC compressor out, and kind of wondering if I should go ahead and it looks like I won't be able to get to it. So yeah, I'll go ahead. I don't know if you can see this line here running up, the silver line runs over here. That's another bolt to it, line I mean. So we'll go ahead and remove the AC compressor, then disconnect that one. I'll be right back. Okay, so we dropped the AC compressor down, and I told you that there was 2 top bolts as well. But if you look at that, and move that flashlight out of the way. Yeah,
you get better.
You can tell that there was only 1 bolt in there. I don't know if somebody's been here before and didn't put it back, or if it just only has 1 bolt in the top and 2 on the bottom. So I removed those 3 bolts, dropped that down. Now that reveals the nut here, so I can undo this line, and then my AC compressor is free. Be careful with this line. I'm probably doing a no-no, letting it dangle on here. It could damage this line and then cause a leak, but I'm not too concerned with it. I'm just being careful. I'm gonna have Adam hold the AC compressor while I take that nut off and free this line up. But got the AC compressor out, and then we'll go over to the new one.
It's a 13.
Okay, so I have the old compressor sitting next to the new compressor. As you can see, it's got the fittings here, and it's got these things. And those are the 2 Allens you have to remove, so you can transfer these over to the new compressor. So I couldn't find my Allen, but I've done this numerous times. You can use a Torx on an Allen if it fits snug. T40 fits it perfect. I have no idea what size it is on the Allen, because the one Allen that it needs, I don't have. So I'm thinking it's a 7/32 or something metric, but a T40 Torx works. If you figure it out, just have your Allen set out and ready to go. But you'll just transfer these over to the new one. And then, forgot to mention, there'll be a little plug here, rubber plug. It'll be a little tough to get out. I was going to remove it, so I've already pulled it. But you go ahead and pull that plug out. It just keeps all the oil that they use in the compressor in there. So you just go ahead and remove that plug. I'm just going to transfer it over to the old one because there's a little bit of oil left in there still. But I'm going to go ahead and finish putting my other deal on there. And voila, they're both on. Let's go ahead and throw the AC compressor back on. In order to do this, just follow back in reverse order, and you should have no problems from there. I'll go ahead and show you the finished product. Don't forget to replace your new seals on both lines. One's small and one's big. You shouldn't have a problem figuring out which one goes where. But the lines that are hooked up, your high side and low side line, replace those. I spilt a little bit of the Freon that was in the compressor. If you get some out of your line or something, there'll be some oil mixed in with it or whatever, or you can just use some regular motor oil or or something. But put a little bit of oil on these seals and then put them on and you'll be good. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on, and then we'll go ahead and throw the AC compressor back up. Forgot to show you these dowels here. They're just on the pulley side. There's two of them, not on the back side here. Two new ones that come in a package. Make sure you get those into the new AC compressor. As you can see, the new AC compressor's up. I got the belt all routed how it needs to be. Adam, go ahead and start it. The noise is gone. Everything works great. Kill it. I have the AC compressor unplugged. Leave yours unplugged until you get it charged. That way you're not running your compressor dry. That way when you take it back, it will be unplugged, and then just tell them, hey, the AC compressor is unplugged, can you just plug it back in before you charge it? And that way they can put a vacuum on it before they charge it. And then when you plug the wire in, your AC compressor will run and you should have AC. Alright, hopefully that video helped you out. Remember, if you don't have the machine to evacuate your system and put a vacuum on it before you charge the system, leave the AC compressor unplugged until you go back to get it filled. That way, whenever you go there, tell them to plug it back in, or you can do it either way. Just have them fill it, and then when you leave, plug it back in. But that way your compressor is not running empty. It'll just free spin. But hopefully that video helped you out. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. See you guys next time.